Joining me now is Catherine Hadro, host of EWTN Pro-Life Weekly. Catherine, welcome back.
It's so good to be with you, Tracy.
We're so glad you're here. So we just heard the Senate is expected to vote next week on two pro-life bills. What do you know about these bills, and do you think they'll pass?
Yes, so Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is really making the pro-life issue a priority by scheduling these votes, and we are expecting them early next week. Let's break down what these two bills are because they're really common sense. So there's the Born Alive bill and the Pain Capable bill. The Pain Capable bill would ban abortions after 5 months of pregnancy. Why? Because that's when science indicates that's when unborn babies can feel pain. This is a common sense law in line with a lot of American attitudes, and we're hopeful, we'll see how senators vote on that. The second bill is the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act. This actually has nothing to do with abortion whatsoever. This is simply about the lives of babies who are born following an abortion, babies who survive an abortion, and it would mean that they receive the necessary medical care that they deserve. Are we expecting them to pass? Well, they need 60 votes. So we're not too optimistic they will pass, but it's important we get a vote so we see where these senators stand on these issues.
Well, Senator Jones is a Democrat, and you talk to a lot of pro-lifers on your show. What are we hearing about the fight for life among Democrats?
Yes, well, last night was the 9th Democratic debate. I was able to watch all of it, and abortion actually didn't come up at all. But it's important to know that every single Democratic presidential candidate is extreme when it comes to abortion. Something I want to highlight for our viewers is that while this was the 9th Democratic debate, it was the first time that former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg made it to the stage. Former Republican turned Democrat, really posing himself as this moderate, but it's important to note he is not moderate when it comes to abortion. He has said he believes abortion is a fundamental human right. His foundation has donated millions to Planned Parenthood. There are reports of pregnancy discrimination. So while abortion did not come up last night during the debate, it is important to note every single candidate is extreme on this issue.
Yeah, so are any of the Democratic presidential candidates, are they reaching out to pro-lifers, do you think, or trying to appeal to them in any way?
They're really sending mixed messages. There's really a divide we're seeing when it comes to this. So for example, Pete Buttigieg, former South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg, said in a recent town hall on Fox News he would not amend the party's platform to reflect pro-life Democratic views. We had Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders also say that being pro-abortion is an essential part of being a Democrat. But last week, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar made comments on ABC's The View, basically saying she wants to welcome pro-life Democrats into the Democratic Party. Now, Amy Klobuchar has a 100% Planned Parenthood rating. She herself has historically voted very pro-abortion, so pro-lifers are critical of these comments. Is she just saying she just wants the pro-life votes? She's not necessarily going to take any pro-life action if she were in office. So again, we're seeing mixed messages. Again, every candidate is extreme on this issue, but they differ on how they message to potential pro-life voters.
Yeah, so it should be interesting to see what happens.
Yes, yes.
All right, quickly, before we wrap up, what's coming up on Pro-Life Weekly and anything new?
Yes, well, it's really exciting after 3 years of Pro-Life Weekly where viewers will notice a different look tonight when they tune in. And speaking of this conversation when it comes to Democrats and the pro-life issue, we're speaking with a very well-known pro-life Democrat, Congressman Dan Lipinski of Illinois. He tells us what it's like to be a pro-life Democrat in Congress today. We also speak with a Catholic professor who testified on Capitol Hill last week, and also a really endearing interview with Leah Darrow. So Leah Darrow is a former top model turned Catholic speaker and author and writer, and she's taking to social media to really create this pro-life social media movement. You'll hear all about it, and we'll even meet her newborn son. So really hope viewers tune in. I'm excited to hear what they think.
Yeah, excited to see it. Can't wait. So thank you so much again, Catherine. And you can watch Pro-Life Weekly tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern on EWTN. And make sure you visit EWTN.com for other airing times. Catherine, thanks again.
Thanks for having me.